Hello everybody and welcome back to BattleTech, where we are trying to eliminate Commander U2 in what I'm sure is actually legitimately a complete and total misunderstanding. But I think for right now we're just going to... Let's see, our current position is here. Why is our ECM field slightly off-center?
Standing by.
I guess it isn't, it just only updates when I move it like that. Okay, that makes sense. So we're not going to actually move the Raven right now.
Alright, but I'm itching to go.
But this Locust is likely to step inside of the ECM field next turn, unless we deal with it. Now the Jenner is inside the ECM field, but is currently revealed, but that's fine. Indirect fire is not going to do much into an ECM field. But the Orion, this turn, can turn and punch this Locust.
Engaging physical attack.
And that's a dead Locust.
Enemy mech destroyed.
No need to worry about that. Here comes a Striker Narc, firing on the Orion. Okay, we did get tagged. How long does that last?
Damage minimal.
Not sure how long that lasts. But that's what we have a Raven for. We're going to step the Marauder forward here, and we're going to see about eliminating the Striker Narc. No, I don't want to go up over here, game. There we go. Okay, that's all we had. But we are now cloaked.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Jenner up over here.
Roger that.
It's going to leave the ECM. But we are going to eliminate the Striker Narc.
Here we go.
There we go. So the mercenaries are now gone. So we've still got the reinforcements and Commander U2.
Standing by.
Now I do want to... We could place the Raven right up over here. There we go. Now the Marauder is currently revealed, but we'll be able to move it into the ECM field momentarily.
Warning. Enemy
Who did they sensor lock?
detected.
They sensor locked the Orion. Okay. At that range, they're not going to do much to the Marauder. Now this is definitely not the lance I would have normally landed here, but tonnage requirements are what they are.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Okay, can we get the Orion into range of the Phoenix Hawk? We absolutely can, and I'm going to do so. We're going to precision strike the Phoenix Hawk. In the CT? Or in the head? We're going to roll head, see if we get lucky. Okay, we hit the CT. We got lucky. It's one way to do things, I guess. We're going to place the Marauder into the cloaking field, or the ECM field, rather. And we're going to go for a kill shot here.
Lighting them up.
That was not a kill shot. It was a knockdown, though. So I guess that'll work. We'll take the Jenner up over here,
Location confirmed.
and we'll go ahead and fire on the Phoenix Hawk. And that's a dead Phoenix Hawk right there. Fantastic.
I got him.
So that's 1/3 of the mercenaries dead. We're going to reserve here and see what they end up doing. It's a Kintaro. We're going to reserve and let the other one approach as
Copy
well.
that, Commander.
He sensor locked our Marauder. Okay. We'll just step forward with the Orion. See if we can roll up a head hit with the AC-20.
All weapons committed.
We did not, but that Kintaro is still hurting.
Commander?
Okay, we'll use the Marauder now. Now we can only fire the one PPC currently, but that's okay. That'll breaching shot.
Aye.
Okay, that's not ideal. I think we'll need to move our Raven right up over here.
Rolling.
And we're just going to keep bracing this.
I'm listening.
Our Jenner can now move up over here.
Yep.
And we can precision strike right in that left torso. Excellent. Ammo explosions.
Oh,
That's what
now
I like
I'm
to see.
tearing you up.
And now we'll reserve. Nice miss. Very painful. We'll reserve again. Okay, the Orion that she is piloting was just moving. Let's step forward with our Orion a little bit here. And I want to precision strike this Kintaro once again in the head.
All weapons disengaged.
That is not the head. Okay.
Hey there.
We'll utilize our Marauder here. And we'll go ahead and fire double PPCs.
Target acquired.
Clearly we need to do something about the Marauder's heat situation. I don't think there's any question about that. That's at least 2 pilot injuries there.
Standing by.
I like it. We'll get our Raven into cover and braced. And they're definitely having a hard time attacking us with the ECM. It's kind of making things take longer at the same time, because we don't have as much firepower. I wouldn't normally bring the ECM with assault mechs, but we were tonnage restricted, so I figured I might as well. Okay,
Right here. Mm-hmm.
let's get train off over to this flank, which is actually directly in front of the Kintaro, because I want to just core out the Kintaro.
Take this. Mm-hmm.
There we go. 15 HP left there.
Commander.
Mothership, you can just stay put.
Copy that, Commander.
Shadowhawk just stepped into the ECM field. I shouldn't have braced Mothership. Okay. Our Orion needs to deal with this Shadowhawk.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
Well, it's now a lot less of a threat. There's no doubt about that. Kintaro firing on the Marauder, that's fine. Honestly, we could take the Marauder over and just melee and sink heat.
Took a hard hit.
That might not be a bad idea.
Receiving you.
If we hit the CT, it just dies.
Move into position. Locked
We did
on.
not hit the CT. We hit the leg. Okay, well, it's our turn.
Commander.
We'll take the Jenner over to the weak side,
On my way.
and we will go ahead and put in a couple of medium lasers.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
There we go. And now, with this guy inside of the ECM field, we may as well attack with the Raven. And I'm kind of feeling punching.
Coordinates received.
Because this is going to fire all the small lasers, and the melee is actually the same. Is that a knockdown? Yeah, that's what I was looking for right there.
Bet that hurt.
Okay, so that's a pilot injury. I suspect he's going to get right back up. Yep. And then maybe he's going to punch the Raven a little. But we've got a lot of armor in that little guy. Okay, going for the Marauder. It's fine.
Barely a hit, Commander. Good to go.
Okay. Nuke him.
Locking in. All weapons.
There we go. So now we just have Commander U2 left. Who is up over this way somewhere. Let's just sprint up over here,
Position confirmed.
and we'll see what we can find.
Affirmative.
We can fight her right here. That's kind of ideal, actually. Assuming we can get into the water. I want to be in the water over here. Take the Marauder down over here. The Raven can just park right up over here.
Rolling.
And then the Jenner can be a bit of a scout over here. Where is Commander U2? There she is. Okay. We are just going to reserve all the way down the line. And let her move. She reserved. Now she has to move.
Standing by.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this Jenner up over here, where we can actually see her a little bit. Okay, that's an Orion 1V, rocking that sweet, sweet AC-10.
Target damaged. Concentrate
That looks like a head hit.
and bring it down.
Very nice.
Commander,
Okay, we're going to put our Raven right here.
I'm there.
And then the Orion can just sprint up here.
Ready.
And the Marauder actually is going to need to sprint too. So let's just cloak and ECM protect. And now it's our turn again. So we will go ahead and reserve back a little ways. She, of course, is reserved to phase 1, so we can move right now. And I'm just going to move the Orion forward to here. We're going to remain in the ECM field because she does have some missiles. And I think we're just going to keep trying to roll for these headshots. Okay.
Standing by.
Vamp, I want you to find a spot where you can fight her from the water. And these are
Got it.
not facing that way. I clicked twice. I was trying to get it to here. Okay, I'm an idiot. I messed that one up.
Standing by.
We'll just leave the Raven where it's at.
Yeah.
And Train, I would like you to... Up into the water, up over here. No evasive pips, but you're in the ECM. Keep going for those head hits.
Firing at him.
That was another head hit. She's definitely hurting. She's gonna fire on the Jenner for sure. Yeah. With no evasive pips, that hurts. Luckily, we've got that ECM field.
That was a bad one, that was.
Indeed. Okay, once again, we are going to reserve right on back.
Acknowledge.
I am going... Actually, we're cloaked. We're cloaked. I want her to move.
For the right play.
She can't actually attack us right now, because all of our mechs are cloaked. There we go. So now the Orion can move up over here, and we can attack with impunity. Keep going for those head hits. That's not a head hit. Okay.
Commander.
Keep going for those head hits.
Got it.
Those were not head hits either.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to bring the Raven forward,
Ordinance received.
but we're still not going to fire with the Raven quite yet. Then we'll move the Jenner up over here. 3 evasive pips should be fine. Okay. And now, of course, she can't attack us again because we're cloaked.
Well, let's just see what happens.
Like, this is actually broken. She literally can't attack us. Yeah, this is kind of broken. I mean, in order for this to work, we have to outnumber them, right? But even so,
Waiting for orders. On my way.
this is still very ridiculous.
Firing full salvo. target's taking a critical hit.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and finish her off. Honestly. That was not as much damage there as I was hoping for. But we can just park the ECM field right here, unless she steps into it, which she may do. However, we can fire again with the Jenner. We're still going for those head hits. That was a head hit there. Only 15 HP left.
Standing by.
Walk in.
Ordnance received.
Precision strike in that head.
This should be good.
She's reserved back to phase 1, so that does mean that we have a full round of impunity to take her out. And this should kill her. There we go. Pilot incapacitation. Fantastic. It isn't going to be easy to catch up with U2's ejection pod, Commander. There's already a whole swarm of red hair battle mechs converging on her location. I underestimated you, Commander. You're much better than the last assassin my mother sent after me. Wait, your mother? She didn't tell you? I suppose I'm not surprised. If you'll grant me the courtesy of a parley, I'll tell you what you've gotten yourself dragged into.
Mission successful.
Well, I didn't necessarily call mother, but close enough. I was, on the right track, shall we say. So that definitely took a little longer than I was hoping for. But that's mostly because of the tonnage requirement. We didn't take any internal damage or injuries, so we're fine. We can grab a Kintaro, I guess. And a Shadowhawk. That'll work. So, let's see what she has to say in this parley, shall we? As soon as it loads.
That mech is ready to fight.
There we go.
Commander. That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
Good of you to speak with me, Commander. The last assassins I had to deal with were far less courteous. I suppose that introductions are in order. I'm Lady Yvonne Yutu Kulan, first daughter of Lady Helen Kulan and heiress to the governorship of Shantia province. You got proof of that, or are we just supposed to take you at your word? You'll find a copy of my blood chit attached to this comm feed. Examine it to your heart's content. It'll only confirm what I've told you. She's telling the truth, Commander, and her outfit's got an impeccable MRB rating to boot. By all indications, she's a reliable, trustworthy mech warrior, and she's our client's eldest daughter. And yet, Lady Helen's put a price on her head. She has, but I don't blame her for it. My mother is not well. She does her best to conceal her condition, but her mind is not what it used to be. Go on. For all my life, my mother has been a force of nature, the sharpest woman you could ever hope to meet, with the heart of a poet and the determination of a warrior. But as she's aged, she's become confused, easily led and susceptible to flattery, and my vile shit of a brother, Angus, has wasted no time turning her condition to his advantage. Angus isn't like my mother. He doesn't care about anyone or anything save for his own personal advancement. And so, where I've faced my mother with difficult truths, he's showered her with lies, vomited forth flattery like a gull feeding his chicks. From his perch in the Red Roost, Angus has milked our mother's decline for his own benefit. And to my eternal shame, I've failed to stop him. We aren't really here at your mother's request, are we? Angus manipulated her into sending us after you. Naturally. If I were killed, he would become the heir to our mother's rank and title. That would be a tragedy, both for me personally and for the people of Shantia province. As I said before, Angus has no ambition save for his own personal enrichment. He'd bleed our people dry if given the chance. And if you carry out my mother's instructions, that's exactly what'll happen. I get what you're saying, Yvonne, but you need to know that we're working for your mother at Shugo Reynald Yamaguchi's request. If we fail to follow the letter of her request, it'll damage our standing with House Kurita. And you need to know that if you carry out my mother's orders, Shugo Yamaguchi will be held accountable for the tragedy that follows. The people of Primus hate Angus as much as I do. He's an abusive, undisciplined little monster. How do you suppose the planetary authority will react if a Kharitan dignitary hands him the keys to the governorship? Badly, I imagine. Of course, if Angus were eliminated, the situation would be different. My mother's reason to kill me would disappear. Her mind may not be as clear as it once was, but she has enough sense to know that our house can't survive without an heir. And while I can't promise that Renaud will get the support he's looking for in the short term, I can vow that he would have my loyalty from now until the day I die. That's quite a proposal. You're asking us to go off mission and kill our client's son in direct violation of Shugo Yamaguchi's instructions. Doesn't sound like the kind of thing a mercenary would do, does it? But a decent person might. I await your decision, Commander. For my own sake, I hope that you'll take the long view and do what's right. Well. So we have the choice to kill you two, Angus, or abandon the flashpoint. Like, there's been nothing to set up that we shouldn't trust her so far. And there's a whole bunch of reasons to not trust Angus so far, even though we haven't met him. So we'll handle your brother for you, but when the deed is done, you better hold up your end. Thank you for listening to Reason. When my miscreant of a sibling lies dead, there will be no more need for bloodshed. This is the best way forward for Shugo Yamaguchi and for House Kulan. You won't regret your decision, I promise. Second-guessing a client is always a dicey proposition. But in this case, I understand why you chose to do it. I just hope that it pays off. Only one way to find out, Exo. Let's make it happen. Roger that, Commander. Setting a course for the Red Roost. Let's see if it's as tough a nut to crack as Lord Angus thinks it is. Indeed. Okay, so we will be doing this in the next episode. It's a little bit late in this episode to get started on that. I do want to put this Shadowhawk and Kintaro away, so we'll go ahead and do both of those. Fantastic. And then I do want to go through our mech warriors really quickly before the end of this episode and get some promotions done.
Yes, Commander.
So we'll do this.
Mech warrior training complete.
Commander.
Island is, of course,
I'm
maxed
receiving
out. Jambia, you can grab a point of piloting.
Complete.
Aye,
Jenkins is, of course, maxed out. Mongoose, you can grab a point of gunnery.
Confirmed, Commander.
That'll be fine.
aye. Standing by.
Mothership, a point of tactics will
Mech
do.
warrior training complete.
Road Rash, you're fine. Thumper, you can grab a point of piloting, I guess. That'll have to do.
Yes, Commander.
And then that was just Thumper there. So then Train, we can grab a point of Guts.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Tranquility, you're maxed. And Vamp, you can grab your final point of piloting.
Mech warrior training
There we go.
complete.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will finish this flashpoint. You can leap. Words are apparently incredibly difficult. Good thing this is my last episode I'm recording right now. As I was attempting to say before I completely exploded at the mouth, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.